And in a tub of glue right now, okay?
Okay. No,
What are you-
funny. One more tangent. I found the blood types for most of them. And then I also have the Japanese horoscope thing.
Well, let's do that after the trial.
Okay.
So keep it. Don't break the microphone.
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair? I know big words too.
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
Number 1, he's a bitch.
Number 2, he's retarded. Number 3,
He has a flagpole.
I would not like hair. I would like to hair these reasons.
He turned Swedish.
Big summer blowout.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it? What do you mean? It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Please remember, please,
Oh
you
my God.
absolute retard. Please
Oh
remember.
no, I actually have to. Oh, I have 2 minutes. The
Go
killer
down, go
struggled
down.
into getting into the bathroom, and the evidence that proves it is it's the broken door, right?
Bathroom
That.
doorknob.
Or the door frame.
I think it's the doorknob.
It's the doorknob because it's broken.
Gotcha. Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
What? Doorknob? What doorknob?
Where am I?
The doorknob for my bathroom. The doorknob that's in my bathroom in my dorm room. The doorknob that's in my bathroom that's... Sorry, my brain couldn't even keep up with the stupidity I was trying to cause. You know, the top part was unscrewed and the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does that mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob.
Because my door doesn't have a lock on it.
This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded.
He's really enjoying this.
Help you understand.
She the ultimate detective.
Emily, I think you're right, because I guessed assassin.
I think she is the ultimate detective. I think
Yeah.
She has to be. She's so smart with this. And it's just like, I'll let the boys have fun. Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first, but is that the key point here? Oh.
God,
A
Makoto.
bit
He
more
could
to
still be
learn.
the ultimate
I
at
don't know,
Sudoku. We don't
please.
know.
Would you like to know more?
Let's break Thomas! Absolutely!
This is-
Hold on, let me get the windy key.
I know that it keeps saying would you like to hear more, but I keep doing the Starship Troopers thing. From here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up.
I was gonna cry if you said points again. I was gonna cry.
No matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. What I'm trying to say is, not all weak spots you see are necessarily
Just because it's
false.
glowy text doesn't mean I click on it now.
Use
Sometimes
a
you
brain
type it
attention
out,
to
you
it.
little bitch.
Ew.
Use a truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage.
You'll fall over and die.
Now this is important because if your influence gauge reaches 0, you fail.
You have no viewers or subscribers.
My influence.
To determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. Well then, good luck and have fun!
No.
That beat the shit out of that.
Pay attention, please, dear God.
Make your argument. Okay, so the bathroom door frame.
We got 5 minutes. I think that's true.
Incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was
attack
first
in the main
attacked in the main
That
room.
doesn't matter though.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her,
You don't
and
have
they
to
got
read
into
it.
the bathroom.
You can press spacebar to slow down as well.
Bust down the... Wait.
And the killer had to try and bust down the door.
That's
Also
true.
correct.
Click it.
Sayaka
click it.
had locked it.
Locked it.
There's no lock. Bryce. That was across the room. That was The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes. Now that you mention it, that is true.
And why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
What are you talking about?
Just knowing that he is the killer, this sentence right here, he goes, "Oh, I am so fucked."
Yeah, he's not angry. He's worried when he says this.
Yeah. My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
True as true can be. But y'all know you're supposed to be the ultimate. You're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a
Door.
Freddy door, whew, it's not lucky at all. I'm 3 years old.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in. Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms. The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
They switched the nameplates on the doors. They didn't know it was my room.
We know.
What important detail? Something the killer didn't know. Something I didn't know. For some reason, they were convinced the door was locked. Which means the important detail the killer didn't know was the thing that I also don't know. Which was the crime took place in Sayaka's room. Sorry. I almost clicked it too. The killer must have not realized it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
Inconceivable.
I don't
And
think you
yet-
know the word meaning of that word. Keep using it.
It's weird. I don't think it means what you think it means.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
You gotta hold that a little bit longer.
Say what?
There we go.
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms,
Dun dun dun.
which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through. So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But The killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. We're wasting time trying to break down the door that wasn't locked. Yes.
I'm sorry, I can kind of hear the character voices behind it, and hearing how different, like, Bakia's regardless, it was a pointless act, wasting time trying, and then hearing bippity boppity is so fucking funny to me. Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
I just watched the Candy Bracelet score higher on the ACT than you.
So the killer would have to be somebody who didn't know they switched rooms. Then couldn't have done it.
That's what I've been trying to tell you, I say in my head. Okay then, who did do it?
Noel.
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
Too late, we already saved.
Alt F4.
What happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well then, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
He's gonna
That
get us all
always works
killed.
out.
He's gonna get us all killed.
Majority rules? Do you really think that's a good idea? Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something for serious real mayhem.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you?
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah, okay, so,
Great way to start off a question.
yeah.
Confidence.
Clearly.
Booming.
Well, I was just wondering, how'd the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes, how did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere, and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
And maybe someone picked the lock.
Negative. If you remember, Onokuma made it quite clear that the locks are unpickable. All
Thinking
unpickable.
lawyer would disagree with that.
Yeah.
Joke's on you, I always keep the skeleton key in Skyrim.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way.
How's that?
They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Mizuno just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Ho ho! Trying to argue against me. Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
Damn.
Where's your confidence coming from?
I can't argue
Your
with such
place is at the
Two
buffet,
completely
fatty.
opposite characters.
Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
You're right next to me. You don't have to point in front of you.
I was like pointing in the wrong direction, sir.
It's not me, I swear.
Just
Reason
waves his
there's
hand
no
in
way
front of his
Sayaka
eyes.
invited her killer into the room. I already have the answer. It's the evidence
Oh,
of a
God.
struggle. No.
Well,
Oh, it's I don't know.
keep going.
Uh-oh.
No, I don't know this one. Help.
Okay, switching rooms is probably it then, because that's when the promise was made.
Switching rooms or dorm nameplates,
Dorm-
but I think it's switching rooms.
I think it's switching rooms. I think it has to be switching rooms. I agree with Emily because that's when the promise was made.
Timer's
Yeah,
ticking.
that's-
We got 2
Iris-
minutes.
We got 2 minutes. I can talk.
Oh, okay. But is that left over from the time we still have to go through the evidence?
We'll
Where's
figure
this
it
2
out.
minutes?
Maybe.
Because Sayaka was already scared. Remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
Do I have to?
The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone.
Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Your hair fell down your eye
I know.
perfectly. Knowing what she'd been through, I can't believe she would have just opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
She's asking the good questions.
Huh?
Dun, dun,
Calm
dun.
What is
down.
that supposed to mean? Why would
Your
she
hair's
lie
getting
about something
spiky.
like that. At least he's not like mom.
I know you don't want to consider it. But look at this and tell me, can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes. Come see me in my room. Oh, and the actual note says, come see me in my room, check the nameplate to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay? Sayaka.
I found a notepad during my search and shaded in the top sheet with pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Silence!
Ew. My
Ah.
microphone just went up my nose.
Oh.
Oh man. I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on. What is she saying?
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes.
She is a detective.
Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
But either it was Makoto, who lived there, or Sayaka, who switched rooms for a single night.
So Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't, but...
Of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Then, that note. Sayaka wrote it? But why? Why would she write that? Was she
The note was
cheating on
likely
me?
her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
She got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation. What young man could resist?
The face.
God.
Penetration.
Oh, no.
Force!
Of course, I'm only in the 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
I'm too pure.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Sorry. What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then. Pay attention.
Oh, they learned from Jalen.
Yes.
So we have the dorm nameplate loaded. Sick.
Sayaka and Makoto
Switch
dead.
through.
But in the note,
Oh my god, everyone, please stop reading.
Specifically says my room.
Okay, so if someone read that note, they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly, the room that Makoto was staying in.
Door nameplates.
So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, They would not have any connection to what had happened.
Certainly would seem that way.
Did you miss it?
The reason the killer went to my room and not Sayaka's, despite what the note said. It must be because... So we did switch rooms. I'm just trying to see which one was best. We have plenty of...
It's the nameplate one.
It specifically says my room.
So it's the nameplates one, yeah.
Well, we have that, but we have...
Well, yeah, but
which...
it's the next one that pops up, I'm pretty sure.
It's the next one.
Then they will have gone to
This one?
Sayaka's room.
The room that
Room that
Mikado was
Mikado-
staying in.
Yeah,
See
that
what
one.
I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did
It
we miss
missed it. I missed it.
Okay,
Wow,
so you hit.
good
You speed it
job.
up, right? With
Yeah, I can.
okay.
I'm speeding it up now.
Will it go through again?
Yeah. It'll keep going. We have three minutes.
Oh,
and
okay.
45 seconds.
Yeah, but timers make me anxious.
Oh, so speed up even uses the time faster.
Oh dear. Okay.
There's
Okay,
a delay between when the bullet fires. I thought that was an animation. No, that actually I can miss. So, oops. The nameplates on my and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched? That's right, the nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was not where the princess was staying.
She was in another castle.
Exactly.
Finally, someone that gets it.
If someone did go, did do what the note said, they would end up in Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was, well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right?
Okay, then who did it?
There's only
Sweats
one person
profusely.
who could have switched the nameplate.
Me.
Why would Sayaka... Oh gosh, we only have a minute, guys. Come on.
Because she
It's
was trying to
Sayaka.
get someone there. She
Nah,
wrote
it's gotta
the
be-
note.
I don't think it's her.
It had to
gotta be-
have been her.
No, she wouldn't want to switch because I think she's trying to get us killed.
Yeah, because it wasn't the killer, because the killer didn't know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It has to be her. That makes no sense. Why she would switch the nameplate. Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would have didn't know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
She told him to meet her in her room, and she told him to
Mind
look at the nameplate.
explosivo. There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two, in 5 minutes. Come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
He specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate.
She wasn't trying to get us killed, she was trying to frame us for the murder. Because it would be
That's what
our original room. Okay.
That's what I was saying.
Brain works.
My crazy fan theory.
It's just a game theory.
See you next time.
And
this
now
is a
we have
game, you're
officially
allowed to have
cursed
theories.
this thing.
She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
What? Why would she switch them in the first place? To murder somebody.
I wish we could live action roleplay this. Because this in a film and me losing my mind, figuring it out on the stand and then going, but why would she do this? It's hilarious to me.
I'm down for it.
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Nani?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
You understand that. We first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out. We know who did it. Whoever she invited over is the culprit.
I think he's dumber than Makoto.
I don't know. It's a different type of dumb.
A little credit.
It's a confident dumb, which is worse.
But we still don't know who did it. Oh, wait, hold on. But we still don't know who it is, you fucking idiot.
Language. This is a Christian Minecraft server.
I got
Sayaka
banned
thought
from
this
this.
was killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle. Yes, I think you're right.
Then we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
Julia, I just have to say, I hate the fact that you have the two smartest characters in the entire game, and they keep bickering with each other.
That reminds me. There was a replica sword in the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword? Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword is because...
Go down. It's the
Is it literally her
Sayaka's wrist.
Is it literally just her broken wrist?
Yeah, because it's got the gold on it.
Yeah. I hope you're right.
Well,
Got it!
like character, like voice actor, I guess.
All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and then it should become pretty clear that it's a broken wrist. Right there. Right where her wrist is all swollen. See? There's the bone. It's broken. There's something glitter over there. See it?
It's gold! Like a leprechaun.
It
I'm
sure
familiar
is.
with those.
I'm part leprechaun myself. Even though I'm Scottish.
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
We run across the
He just
courtroom
wanted
and
to
high
participate.
five.
Let's go! My father was Captain Obvious.
I see. And so the tooth draws even closer.
Ever closer.
He was best friends
Same
with
thing.
Captain Hindsight.
That's my uncle.
All right, then it's about time to solve the mystery. Hi, Scoob.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
All
What
right.
happened in my room? And what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. Do we?
Tutorial Thomas!
Come on, gang.
There's a bit more to learn about non-stop domains. Would you like to hear more? Are you getting used to these non-stop domains? Starting with the next domain, I'll start loading multiple truth bolts into your truth
We
cylinder.
have to do multiple ones, so we have to load them in the correct order.
Is that in the correct order?
As they, you know how the sentences will stay the same? It's a revolver, so we'll have to load the bullets in the chamber so they fire off one after another in order with the sequence.
Inkies,
But
guys.
just like with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement.
By we mostly just mean Jalen,
In
because
other
he's the
words,
one
from
who's
here
gonna
on
have
out,
I mean, Mo is helping me. You guys,
you'll
you
have
guys
to
are telling me
combine
what
the
to
right
shoot.
truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each statement.
to. We're relying on you, Mo.
And remember,
Oh,
have fun. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage to your influence gauge. We have like 4 gauges now, right?
No, it's still
You can
just
press
the influence
the
gauge.
quick key to rotate the cylinder and choose which bullet to fire.
You know, like Quebec. Mon
My
ami.
bad. Had no idea.
As I release the quick key to cycle through each bullet.
Are you turning into Marianne Foppin?
You can use the mouse wheel.
I love Marianne
in this
Poppin.
right now.
Marianne Poppin.
Marianne Foppin!
Marianne Poppin.
By the way, if you don't know what accessible to set the pod, several bullets will be loaded into the cylinder.
Jared, please put up subtitles over the subtitles that are on the screen.
Oh, I love Marianne
And make
Poppin.
them in another language.
He's great.
For purposes of this part, the other difficulty will be set to
We don't need more work!
Well then, good luck and have fun.
Oh gosh, I'm glad someone reset him. We had to unplug him for 10 seconds.
He had a virus.
We had to unplug him for 10 seconds.
Just had to kick him real quick, reboot.
Oh
Make
god.
your argument.
I have
Oh,
tears of my
gosh,
eyes.
I don't know which order they have to be in.
Damn, what caliber is that?
Oh, okay, so I used the scroll wheel to do that, so...
Culprit grabs sword. That's when the first blow is dealt.
Sword-based sneak attack, so we... I'm trying to see. Because it wasn't a sneak attack.
She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
And they killed
And they
her with
kill
it.
each other.
And that's exactly what happened. Is that
Exactly what
We
happened.
missed something here.
the sword was used first, and then the knife came afterward. That's true.
No, because
no,
somebody
the knife
said the
was-
sword was used as a sneak attack. There was no.
No! Sayaka had the knife, so she was gonna murder someone with it. She was gonna murder Leon with it. We all know it's Leon. She was gonna murder Leon with it.
Oh.
Leon grabbed the sword and defended himself, and then hunted her. Guaranteed.
Because Sayaka was really trying to get out.
Yeah, so she made a... Oh, man. So we're just going to go send this self-defense victim to hell, right?
Yep.
So
Damn.
Kitchen knife set.
that's when the
or-
first blow was dealt. That would be the replica sword sheath, right?
You missed it.
I know, but I'm gonna have to go through it again. I'm just trying to load them in a certain way. So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away. No.
You got it right. Kitchen knife.
Say it right, Jalen. God.
Ah,
And they
from her
killed her.
too.
Okay, so
I like his little sleeve flying back.
when the fighting
Replica
broke
sword.
out, you guys say replica sword or the sheath?
Replica sword sheath.
Okay.
There.
Bang. Bang.
Counter.
Break.
Actually, no.
That was a mighty
I don't
break.
think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp. You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
No, you idiot. I'm talking about the sword inside it.
I-
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
Man.
We will, Jalen. It's okay.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratches on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right? That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit. Much like you,
This is a blunt-
Makoto.
This is just a blunt weapon.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
They got attacked with the kitchen knife. Maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was... Oh god, hold on. I have this...
Initially.
Initially. I was thinking totally.
That
Initial-
turning does not help.
Was initially used to defend against the attack from the knight.
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I got it.
Oh, God.
So here's how it all played out. I'm
Alright,
gonna
ready?
prove that I'm smart again, right here. I'm not gonna be dumb anymore if I believe. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself, but then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrists with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
That hurt my head to try to keep
He's
up
so
with.
stupid.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's certainly part of her body that makes this clear.
Got it. It's because she's a woman. She can't use a sword.
Ah, that makes so much sense now.
Part of her body that shows she never used the sword. It's her palms.
No, it's her stomach.
It's obviously
With a
her
knife in it.
stomach, man. She's way too overweight for this.
No, we're counting down. Palms, quick,
Hit it!
I'm not stressing you guys out. It's 30 seconds, guys.